Okay, here's the third version of Lady Be Good. And I kind of go out a little bit into the reharmonization territory with this one. I'm using a combination of some borrowed chords and also putting different bass notes in the bottom of the chord, otherwise known as inversions, so that I can get a kind of chromatic movement down or up. So here we go. I'm going to go through the chords again, and these are a handful, so don't be surprised if it's a little challenging. We'll see what we can do to get through it here. So we have that's a little bit weird, so we'll say, hear what the melody sounds like. Bum, da, 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 dee, dum. Ba, da, 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 dum. Ba, dum. Da dee da da dum, da 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 dum. Hear how the bass is going down there. Ba dee da da dum, ba dum. Now that right there is just every chord I could think of that would lead me to the 4 chord. So I play up chromatically and then down chromatically. D, E flat diminished, E minor, F diminished, then D again, E minor, then a half step down dominant, and then D7. Now, if you think about it, I have a D, then the next chord in the key is E minor, then the next chord in the key is F sharp. I choose to use D over F sharp, and then back down to D minor. So I'm just filling it in with some diminished chords that give us this sound. Won't somebody please have some pity? Flat 5 sub here, on my way to a different way of looking at the line cliche. I'm putting it in the bass this time. All alone in this great big city. Okay, so in that line cliche, we still have the notes B down to A sharp to A and to G sharp, but I'm using a B minor chord, an F sharp over A sharp. That's a handful to say. Then back to B minor with an A, so it's B minor 7 with the 7th in the bass. And then a diminished chord on this G sharp, which I think sounds nice, which leads me to G6, the 2 and the 5 with a flat, the 2 with its flat 5 sub, and then the 5 and its flat 5 sub. That's old news by now, right? And then we say, I am so often. I tried to go down there, so. And then back, now down again. And then another little busy part. And that's basically this. All right, if I separate out those bass notes. And I love this little turnaround. Just modern sort of cinematic turnaround where I play 1, flat 3 major 9, flat 6 major 9, or major, I played 6 here, and then flat 2 major 9. Okay? So that's a brief run through of all that stuff. If you can get your hands on these chords, that's great. Try and get the bass notes as well, because that's a big part of how it makes sense. It'll sound maybe a little disjointed if you don't get the bass note movement, those slash chords to go. Okay, so now I'm going to try and see how this thing sounds with some singing.